Even before the war, Russia's GDP was far from superpower status. Last year, it was just over $1.8 trillion. By comparison, America's GDP was more than $26 trillion. The economic output of California alone is double the size of Russia's. It's estimated the Kremlin spent $167 billion on its special military operations so far. The spending target for Russia's military this year was originally $54 billion, but Moscow had to revise that, nearly doubling it to just over $100 billion. Next year, the Kremlin plans to increase it again, tripling defence spending from pre-invasion levels. A third of Russia's entire national budget expenditure will go on its military. That could amount to more than 6% of GDP. Meanwhile, the budget for healthcare and education is effectively being frozen. While much of the money will go on weapons, Russia's also facing the human cost of this war. The UK MOD says thousands of Russian troops have returned with life-altering injuries. 1 in 5 have suffered amputations, and many will need lifelong care. Ironically, the war is actually helping Russia's economy. It's transitioned to a war footing, with production of computers up by more than 70%. Manufacturing of diesel trucks, many for the military, is up by nearly 50%. And aviation and shipbuilding has increased by more than a quarter year on year. This, of course, has to be put in context. Sanctions are biting, the ruble has plunged, and inflation in Russia is predicted to reach 6.5% by the end of the year. For now, Russia's massive oil and gas reserves are bankrolling the war. They provide a third of Moscow's entire federal budget. But that revenue is predicted to fall by a quarter this year. While sanctions are biting, a falling oil price may be the biggest limiting factor, forcing Russia to make some tough choices about where it spends its rubles. Simon Newton, Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.